Well, welcome everyone. Dave back here, and as it says on the title, we're going to unbox some payoff pitch here tonight. I did the unboxing of the payoff pitch order I got, but yeah, let's just kind of take a look at what I got. So I'm going to put this up here on the screen. Let's see if we can do this, and we'll swap that out. And that is that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide myself, at least for a little bit. I'll come back on and talk to you guys in a bit. But let's show. This is what we're here for. We're here for the cards, right? We're here for the cards. So let's get right down here and take a look at what we got. Okay, as Marlon comes by, he's like he's not missing this one. Yeah, that's good. And Phillips Reynolds too. If I were nice, I would just forward it. Oh, maybe I will. Maybe when I'm done with it in 20 years, I'll send it off to somebody. But anyway, hopefully this looks good. And so let's start. Let's unbox. Now the hard part is to take this without wrecking it. I don't want to wreck anything here. Let me get some more light on the subject here. Alrighty. And let's get this going here. So let's see what we're gonna do. How are we gonna carve this turkey without hurting the cards? Find a little lip over here. That's what I think I got right there. Just a little bit of a lip here. Okay. All you got to do is start it. There you go. Okay. Now it just comes falling out. It really does. Okay. So we got all these stacks. So what I like to do, you guys have seen me do this before. So let's just put the stacks here. Okay. So we can kind of see what's going on. And I'll probably have to zoom out. So this is 1983, as you can see. And let me back off just a little bit so we can kind of get a little bit better view of what's going on here. Okay, and Ron says he loves payoff pitch. Yeah, I'm slowly getting back into this game. And so I'm really looking forward to this. RGL comes by. And oh, by the way, I finished my game of season ticket. By the way, I played season ticket football here tonight on the channel. I played 04 Patriots and Colts, and it wound up 41-35 New England. I don't think New England punted. I don't think they punted. I think Brady was picked off twice, and they had a missed field goal. But aside from that, they scored on every drive. And the Colts were the same way. They punted on their first drive and never punted again. I don't think they ever punted again that I can remember. And they went down, and Vanderjack missed a long field goal, like barely. I needed to roll a 20, and I think I rolled a 19 total or something like that because you total up the dice in that game. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my piles for the American League first. Okay, that's what I like to do. So I'm going to set up 13 piles for the American League. And RJ says the Hockey Bones cards feels good. Yes, they're playing cards. They're fantastic. They really are. The Hockey Bones cards are so good. The drive-through cards is good. You know, they make the shootout hockey cards too, and they're the fast action cards, and they're fantastic. Love those. So that's why I go there. You know, I printed out some PDF for Hockey Bones, and when I got them in from drive-through, I was like, oh no, I can't. I have to get them through drive-through. If you're gonna play, you're gonna play. And you're still waiting for the charts and the rules. Okay. Again, just a bit of advice on Hockey Bones. You're going to get the rule book and it's going to be huge and you're going to be all freaked out. Don't. The rule book is just thorough and everything will start making sense. Basically, what you're doing is whoever has the puck, you're looking at the card to see what happens on that card. And now that I have the good camera, I could probably do a better video on it. And what you're doing is you're just trying to figure out, what's going to happen on the play. Do you get a shot, or not? And sometimes it'll give you a number, and you just got to add up who you're going up against. And there's one page of a chart. That's all you need, one page of that chart to help you get through all that. And that's about it. It looks harder than it is. It's really, really an easy game. So I'm hoping you'll like it. All right, so let me get rid of myself. And let's get to the party here. So let's see if come in a little bit more. All right. So what I'm going to do first is the National League is going to go off to the side. And I'm going to do the American League first. So this is all National League. Okay. So the National League I'm just going to put off to the side. And now we're going to get to the American League. So Baltimore. Now, what is the order here? So the order is in the American League. I don't know if I can do the American League. Yeah, I can. I'm on the baseball, whatchamacallit here. So the team ranking, so it's going to be Baltimore, Boston, California. So that's what I got to do now. So Baltimore, Boston, California. Here's Baltimore. So we'll take a look at some of the cards as they come in. Alrighty. I won't do them all. I won't go crazy with all of them, but we have Baltimore who won. Then we have Boston. Okay. California. All right, a couple more California guys. Then we have Chicago, the American League. And then we have Cleveland. And Cleveland. Hello, Cleveland. Then we have Detroit. Kansas City. Dennis Leonard. Kansas City. Storm Gorman from Milwaukee. We got some Minnesota going on. Sorry about the glare here. See if I can come around on the side, maybe. So I can still see him. Another Minnesota. Willie Randolph. And then we have here, so let me back this up a little bit again so we can get everybody in, so everybody can join this party here. Then we have let's see here. Hopefully that looks okay. Mike Davis and Oakland. That should be for now. How did Oakland do? Oakland was they were under 500. 25 games back. So in 1983, Chicago won the division by 20 over everybody, and Seattle was terrible at 60 and 102. So what I want to do with this game, the season, I should say. Come back over here. There's a little bit of glare, but that's all I can do. What I really want to do with this season is I want to play some random games. I want to get every team on the channel a couple times, and I want to do it in Digital Diamond so they can kind of simulate the rest. That's kind of the goal. Okay. So I might want to slide this out like this. Texas, Toronto, and that's that. So how many is that? That's 12. Did they have 12 teams? 15 teams in the American League. So I'm going to have to find some more spots here for the American League. Oh, no. How many? 14 teams. Okay, so I have 12, so I need a couple more room for a couple more teams. So I'll put a couple more teams off to the side over here. Okay. Oh, good. You looked at the PDF and wasn't intimidated. Yeah, I first looked at it and I gave up. And I'm not going to lie, I did. I gave up. And then I went back and I was like, you know something? I don't think it's going to be that bad. All right, so I'm going to slide these guys down here so I can go in order. So I think that should get us everybody. All right, so now we're back to the National League here. So the National League's going off to the side. And then we come back to Baltimore. So Jim Dwyer here. Jim Palmer. And then Stapleton with Boston. Rod Carew. I mean, this is great. I mean, a couple people are complaining about getting the brick and unboxing them. And I can see their point, how it kind of stinks a little bit having to do all this. But at the same time, I love going through because I get to touch every card, right? Every single card I get to touch in my hand when I do this. And I get to look. And I don't know about you guys, but this gets me excited to play the project and to play these teams. When I look at all these guys, it's like, oh man, I can't wait to play Rod Carew, and I can't wait to play, Willie Randolph on the table and Jim Palmer. I mean, it gets me kind of excited about this. It really is. And midlife comes by. Thanks for coming by. And he says 83 was his first Strat set. I don't think I have that in Strat. No, I get 82 and 86 in Strat. I don't have that. So 12 teams in the NL. Okay. Okay, appreciate that. D. Scott has got some Soccer Blast on the table. Playing some Sounders. Nice. Nice. I just played a full game of season ticket football on my channel, and I had a good time with that. It was back and forth. It was who did I say played the Tom Pachork. I think he wasn't he like a Kansas City type of guy. Tom Pachork. For some reason I want to say he was in Kansas City. Let me get everybody on the screen here a little bit better if I can. All right, so you can pretty much see everybody now as I lay them out. Fishlin, don't know him. Neil Heaton. Well, he played 39 games. I still don't know who he is. Detroit, Lou Whitaker. And I think that's the age, right? 26, that's how old he is. I think that's how that goes. Kansas City, Butch Davis. Danny Jackson. Ted Simmons. But he played everywhere. He was with St. Louis, I think. Was that Ted Simons? I don't know. I could be getting him wrong. Randy Bush with Minnesota. And then we have Rick Lysander of Minnesota. Lou Piniella. Was he 39? Is that what that means? He's 39? And he played, where is his stats here? Huh. Trying to look at his stats here. Oh, it's got his at-bats. It doesn't say how many games he played. Oh, I guess on the pitcher, it's how many games they played. And on the batters, it doesn't really say that. Jeff Burrows with Oakland. Tim Conroy with Oakland. Seattle. I don't think I had a Seattle out. No, I did have a Seattle with Spike. Spike Owen was Seattle, huh? I don't remember Spike Owen was Seattle. But they were a bad team. So, you know, Seattle's going to get a lot of time on the channel just because they're terrible. And Demos comes by. Demos had a great game here. I've been watching a lot of your stuff. You know, I go back and I watch your payoff pitch and your strat, and I try to learn, you know, watching some of the other people play. And I know I kind of enjoy this part of it to a point. Jim Anderson and Rick Honeycutt. To a point, I kind of enjoy this. Now we get some National League stuff over here. I got my new Houston hat on. You can't see it because I'm off camera here. All right, so there's all that there. All right, so let's go back to my next. Oh, no, I still have more of this stack. I have like 6 huge stacks to go through. And so Dave Henderson is probably with Seattle. Interesting. I don't kind of mind this. This is kind of something fun I like to do at night sometimes, you know, because I get to go through everybody and look at everybody. So I kind of don't mind it. All right, so that's National League. So we'll get to all you guys later. Okay, combined total. See, these ones here I put off to the side. I really don't care for the combined totals card. You guys can see that. I don't really care for those too much. So I usually put those like way off to the side because I just don't use them. So I don't want to get them mixed up. And so now we go back and we get Joe Ferguson. Wasn't he the quarterback for the Bills? He's in California. Ernie Camacho. Oh, he only played 4 games, but again, everybody is carded. So this, I might have to go through and see who played like not many games. He pitched 5 innings, 5.1 innings, gave up 5 hits and 1 home run. That's tough. I might have to go through like I do with the goalies. You know how I do that with the goalies sometimes? I go and I find the odd goalie to play. I might have to do that with the pitchers here in 83 and find some guys that might have only played a couple of games or so and get them some love on the channel. So that might be. I might do that. I'm not 100% sure. Tack Wilson with Minnesota. Rod Allen. Sounds like it's time for the Rod Allen Show. That's what it sounds like. And we have some more National League over here. Oh, this is what I really love about Payoff Pitch. I love these cards here with the stadium cards. I don't know what it is about this, but these stadium cards, I don't know about you guys. I I really like them. I really like the stadium cards just because they got the team colors and it's a, I don't know, I just do. I'm glad that these are in the game. And, I know that Appa doesn't have it and Strat Basic, that what I play doesn't have it, and this does, but I like that because sometimes you come here to get your wheelhouse, your range, your error, whatever it is that you do here. But I do like that. I do like these here. So I will put these off to the side. There we go. Cal Ripken. Was he really 22? Oh my gosh. Cal Ripken, 22 years old. There's another one I'm looking forward to playing. Tony Armas, Mike Brown, 19 games for Mike Brown. Jessica probably knows who that is. Ron Jackson. And then we have, now this is I like how these cards here show what they played. So we played April to June on the Chicago team. Britt Burns. Sounds like a commentator on a news channel. This is Britt Burns. Broderick Perkins. Tom Brookins. Is that Tom Brookshire? And then Dave Gumpert. Well, it's kind of a pretty barren card there for the Gumper. But and we might have to do some research on this. Instead of just playing the games willy-nilly, we might have to come up with a plan. Okay? That's what I'm kind of thinking. Come up with a plan and find some key pitcher matchups and get some guys that maybe didn't play a lot on the channel here. Just have some fun with that. What do you think? All right, so we're back to Homer Simpson here on Kansas City. Frank Willis is another one there. Oh, he's a pitcher, Frank Willis. I was thinking of somebody else. Jamie Kokinowa. He's with Milwaukee. Minnesota is Jimenez and Len Whitehouse. Erickson, 5 games for the Yankees. Kearney with Oakland. Norris, only 16 games, really? He started 16 games. Okay. Richie Zisk. It's too bad he was in Seattle, huh? Although he had a on-base average 284 against lefties. That was pretty good. Pete O'Brien with Texas. Mike Smithson. Ernie Witt with Toronto. And now we're going to go back to some National League guys here. I'm just going to put these off to the side. The one thing I don't get about his can't wait to see him later. Pete Rose, 42-year-old Pete Rose with Philadelphia. Looking forward to playing Pete. All right, so now we have more combined totals, and again, I put those off to the side. Aurelio Rodriguez played with a couple teams. Interesting. And Norris was shot by 83. Oh, that's too bad. The whole A's pitching staff was cooked by then. Well, you can't be good forever, Rod Allen, classic Tiger. He was an announcer for the Tigers for a while. Didn't play much for the Tigers, but he's famous for chasing a pitcher around while playing in Japan. That I didn't know. That's pretty good. And World Worst Gamer chimes in. Love how with this game it's not just numbers and a card. Yep, I do like that. And he's playing 83 on Action PC Baseball. Fantastic. If you want craziness in your games, play the 83 Blue Jays as their bullpen was a nightmare. Oh, I will. I plan on getting everybody back here on the channel. All right, so we have Chicago American League. Is that Michelle Dion from the Kings? Right? Or was that Quebec? I forget. But he's on Chicago over here. Bob James, April 7th, April 27th. 4 games, but here he is. I wonder if he will find some time here on the channel. Kaufman, Reynolds, Junior Kennedy is Chicago National League. So we're back to the National League guys. And then we have a couple of cards here. The Astrodome and the Arlington Dome. Nice. I tell you, I really do like the cards. I do like the ballpark cards. All right, so we have Storm Davis with Baltimore. Glenn Hoffman with Boston. There it is. Where's Juckett? Where is Juckett? There he is. Bob Stanley. 64 games for the Sox. Randy Marsh. Is he the guy from South Park? Lynn Barker. Come on down. Howard Johnson. Was that what the restaurant was named after? I wonder. All kidding aside. Dave Rucker. Buddy Black with Kansas City. Paul Molitor. 26-year-old Paul Molitor. That's going to be a fun one, too. And then Slayton. Gary Wood. Ken Griffey played with New York at 33, huh? I don't remember that. I don't remember Griffey with New York at that point. Rudy May. Oh, Rudy. 38 years old, Rudy May. So New York was grabbing everyone. Rick Peters. Julio down by the schoolyard for Seattle. Oh, I have 2 sets of Oakland here. Okay, no wonder why I'm messing that up. So let me do this. Let me bring Oakland down here. How about that? How about that? So I can get everybody in. How about that? Seattle, Ed Nunez. Texas, Wayne Tollison. Dave Collins. And Jim Gott. And now we have some more. National League. We'll get to you. And then we have some combined totals here. Doyle Alexander, Rick Waits. Oh, I didn't know Rick Waits was on a couple different teams, but I put those off to the side. And let's come back here. So now we got some Cleveland going on here. It's over here. Kansas City, Bobby Tufts. We have Burt Bradley with Oakland. Ricky Wright with Texas. And then we got some more National League guys here. Oh, we have another card here. Oh, don't mess this up, Dave. Don't mess this up. All right, so these are all this. So we have another card here. That's going to be Candlestick. So I will put that over there with the National League Parks. And that's one stack. All right, so one stack is gone. But now these are Nationals, right? Pretty sure these are Nationals. All right, so I got a combined total. And we'll get that out of here. So now we'll come back to the American League. Here we go. As Manuel comes by. Thanks for coming by here tonight. Just kind of unboxing and chatting here as I wind up Friday night. And Richard says, Soccer Blast can be played in 25 to 30 minutes, depending on the midfield battles. And he played the Express for a bit, but he always go back to the full game. I did that with Hockey Blast. Okay, I had I have Hockey Blast, and I got the Express, and I liked it so much I went back and played the full game, and now I don't play Express that much anymore, just because I like the full game better. But in a pinch, it's fun to do that. Sal Butera for Detroit, New York. Who's this guy? Brian Dayett. Don't know him. Bradley for Seattle, and then we have some more National League guys over here. Okay. National. Then we have this again. I love these cards right here. Kauffman Stadium. So we'll put that over there in the American League. And now we get Todd Cruz with Baltimore. He played from July 1st to October 2nd. So Baltimore's over here. Scott McGregor, 36 games. Reed Nichols. Don't remember Reed Nichols, but he had a lot of at-bats. Reed Nichols had a lot of at-bats. Bob Boone. Bob Boone's 35 years old. He was with California. I don't remember Bob Boone with California. Andy Hassler. Vance Law. Bannister. 31. Another Cleveland. Chet Lemon. Oh, man, I always loved Chet Lemon. I don't know why. I just love Chet Lemon. Oh, what do I got going on over here? Oh, we have a blank. Oh, we have the Juckett card. I call that the Juckett card. The Juckett pitcher card. Don't ask me why, but that's what I do. Where we get the player photos for Action PC Baseball. Search the Action PC community and you'll go to the website, and they got a ton of stuff there. Larry Kerr, Willie Aikens, Randy Reddy. He is ready to go. Randy Reddy's ready to go. Rick Waits. Oh, Waits was with Milwaukee. I didn't know that. Moreno, Righetti, 24 years old. Oakland Dave Beard. And Victor Cruz. Couple for Toronto here, and that's that. What was I saying? The Action PC community. Yeah, if you search the Action PC community, okay, you will find the Action PC community website, and they have everything there. They got photos, they got ballparks. It's fantastic website. Whoever runs it does a great job. I think we had somebody on one time. I don't know if it was the baseball guy or it was the guy from the group. I think we talked to somebody one time, long time ago. We need to get him back because that site is so good. It's got everything that you need on it. So yeah, that's where you want to go. And Randy Reddy was a good ringer card from that year. That's good to know. Good to know. Good to know. I'm going to need that. Josh comes by. Thanks for coming by, Josh. And Ron says, what do I store my payoff pitcher cards in? I just put an elastic on them. Seriously. I just put an elastic on them and put them in my drawer. I have a drawer, like a little cabinet. So Tito, and we have Cleveland, right? I always go through these at the end because I always mess up. And then they get messy pretty quick too. Milwaukee, Oakland, and then back to the National League here. Oh, another one, Angel Stadium of Anaheim. So that'll go into the American pile. It's kind of weird. Like these are just kind of like everywhere. It's too funny. All right, so we're back to Baltimore to Lowenstein. Lowenstein was on the channel the other day. Well, his card was. This guy here, I don't remember. Ponte, don't remember him. Tim Foley, I remember. Witt, not too familiar with. Ron Hasse. Dan Spillner, know him. Bailey over here for Detroit. Greg Pryor and Eric Rasmussen. Augustine. Gary Gaetti. Dave Winfield, 31-year-old Dave Winfield. Oakland, couple of guys. Seattle, a couple of guys. Texas, Dave Hostetler. Wasn't he like the quarterback for the Giants or something like that? Texas, and now we're back to... Oh, wait. I messed that up, didn't I? Texas, Toronto. Okay. And then we got some National Leagues going on over here. National League. National. We get some combined totals. So we're going to put the combined totals off to the side and come back here. And we got Kurt Brown, California, Detroit, Mercer for the Yankees, Seattle, and then we're back to National League. And, we got a couple of ballpark cards. Yankee Stadium and Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, 1983. So boom and boom. All righty, so this is the end of Stack 2. So we're making good progress with the American League. Rich Gedman, 23 years old. John Henry Johnson, don't remember him, but he played 34 games. Scott Fletcher. Manny Trio for Cleveland. Johnny Grubb. Yeah, we all know Johnny Grubb. Detroit again. All right, now we got Frank White, Jim Gantner, Pete Ladd, Ray Smith, Bert Campaneris, and there's Gidry, 32 years old. More. Then we got a Seattle dude here. Another Seattle. Billy Sample with Texas, Toronto, and Toronto. Gerald Perry. So now we got some National League going on over here. National. And then we got some combined totals. So we got 3 of those we will put off onto the side. And come back to the American League. Skinner, Darryl Motley with Kansas City. And we have Oakland, and we have Texas, and then we got some more National Leagues going on here. Oh, and then we snuck in one here. We almost missed Veteran Stadium. And another Jucket card, Veteran Stadium here. And but that's pretty 1 to 53, 1 to 53. So it's a pretty cookie cutter standard ballpark, I would imagine, right? And Ponte was supposed to be the heir to Bob Stanley's closing job, but it didn't work out. I guess it didn't. Alrighty, so we got more going on over here. We're on pile 4 right now. Baltimore, Aurelio Rodriguez, Matty Barrett, remember him, Mark Clear, 48 games for the Sox. Libcratch, Julio Cruz, Dotson, Tabler, don't know. Cabell played with Detroit, huh? I didn't realize that. Aurelio Lopez. And then we have a couple of guys from one from Kansas City, Milwaukee. Rusty Cooch, Minnesota. Ray Fontenot, 15 games for the Yanks. Not sure who he was. Oakland, Connie Lansford, 26-year-old Connie Lansford. Tom Underwood. Alrighty. Let me see if I can tidy up my piles a little bit here. They do get a little bit musty as you start stacking them. Alrighty. We got a ways to go here. Glenn Abbott with Seattle. Larry Parrish. Dave Stewart with Texas. Toronto. And then we got some National League here. Dan Reeson and those guys. What's kind of, I'd like to know how they go about like printing and packing these things. That's the really weird thing about it. Dempsey with Baltimore. And, all right, then we got Jimmy Rice here. Jim Rice. And oh, this breaks my heart. Burleson with California. Kind of breaks my heart. I was a Rooster guy. I was a Rooster. Sucks seeing him with California. Jim Essien and Eddie Glenn. Alan Trammell. Onyx Concepcion. Brunansky with Minnesota. Greg Nettles, 38 years old he was, still playing. We have Oakland down here. Got some Seattle. Oh boy, you can't really see the bottom row too well, but we'll do our best. Seattle, Texas, Mickey Klutz, and Dave Steve. All righty, we have some National League here. National, and national. Okay. All right, so we're a little more than halfway through number 4. And Tabler had a 489 batting average with the bases loaded. That's interesting. Did not know that. Did not know that at all. All right, so we have more national here. Then a couple of combined totals. There we go. Get that out of the way. All right, now we're back to American League. Cleveland, Minnesota, Oakland, and now we're back to National League. So it is kind of weird how they do it here, but yeah, you just enjoy it for what it is. All right, another stadium card, Cleveland Municipal. Is it municipal or municipal? Something like that. There it is. So we're going to go back to Joe Nolan, Gary Allenson. I already had, no, we had Gedman. Oil Can Boyd. All right. 15 games for Oil Can Boyd at 23 years old. There he is, Reggie. Can't wait to play some Reggie. Harold Baines. Bake McBride. He was with, Philadelphia and St. Louis for 100 years. 34 years old, Bake McBride. Going to Cleveland. Rick Waits. 8 games for Cleveland at 31 years old. Get Detroit. Pat Sheridan. Paul Splitoff. Remember him. Candioti for Milwaukee. Herbeck for Minnesota. Walters for Minnesota. Doyle Alexander for New York. And we got a couple guys here for Oakland. Rick Sweets for Seattle. Bob Jones, Texas, Schmidt, Texas, and Mitch Webster over here. And then we got a few guys here. So this is all national. And okay, then we have a combined total. So we need to get rid of the combined totals. Combined totals. And that is that. Okay. Okay, now let me take off my jacket real quick. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to take off my jacket. All right, so I am back. I don't know if you guys saw this earlier. I got my Digital to Dice coffee mug in from Cafe Press. This thing is awesome. I really like it. I really like it. I was having my coffee and my cocoa in that tonight. The only problem is it looks a real lot like my Yahtzee cup holder that I put my my dice in, and no joke, I almost dropped my dice in my coffee cup tonight just because it looks the same. It really does. And so I was like, well, I was almost a huge dummy. All righty, Bill Nahorodny? Can't say that one. Nahorodny. Roland Office. Wasn't he with the Braves? For some reason I want to say Roland Office was with the Braves. And some Seattle. And then we got some National League. And oh, look at this one. This is nice. Riverfront. Oh, two of them. And the Kingdom. I love the colors on these. These cards really make the set because when I put them away, I put them on top like this, and I can see that first. I just love that. I do. And okay, Ron says, how many players per team is there in Payoff Pitch? You get everyone in Payoff Pitch. Yes, you do. I think anybody that's played is in Payoff Pitch. Now, I will have a caveat with that though. Is there was a couple of guys that I think like just pinch ran and never got at bat, and I heard there was a couple of stray guys like that didn't make it into one of the Payoff Pitch sets or more than one because somebody was trying to do an as played playoff game, and there was a guy that played playoffs only, and I don't know if he had a couple at bats in the playoffs or he just ran in the playoffs, but there was somebody that did like one thing in a playoff and nothing in the regular season, which is odd and rare, and that didn't make it into the set. So, but for the most part, yeah, you're gonna get everybody. And Scott says every player's card, trust me, I throw a ton of them out. Interesting. And Roland Office was formerly a Brave. Okay, good to see that. And Rick Waits beat the Yankees. Is that what it was? Interesting. Always fun sorting out the cards. Oh yeah, this guy played for this team. Oh wow, yeah. Isn't that the thing, Josh? As we go, we ooh and we are at this here. It's like it's kind of like looking at a picture menu. You know, it's like, oh man, we're gonna do all this. Oh, I'm gonna have that chocolate cake, and I'm gonna have those fries. You know, and so all this stuff here. Bobby Ojeda. Guy from Twisted Sister was Eddie Ojeda, by the way. And we got Chicago. Dennis Lamp was Chicago. Bud Anderson. There's always going to be a Bud. Mike Ivy over here, 30 years old. Dave Rosema. Funky Gold Rosema. Kansas City. And now Milwaukee, Rick Manning. Rick Manning was in. Wow, I don't remember Rick Manning in Milwaukee. I just don't. I don't remember McMahon. Oscar Gamble, Matt Keogh, Mitchell Page, Al Collins, and Geno Nelson. Sundberg. Every time this guy comes up, I start singing Sundberg, you better give it. That's why I always sing that. And then We're back to National League. The good thing is after you've unboxed a few of these, you can kind of skip through kind of quick and see where the breaks are. So like once the National League ends, you got combined totals and you can pull these out of the way and then you can get right back to the American League. That's just kind of how I do it. And where are we here in the chat room here? Trying to follow along. Randy comes by. Randy, were you the one that picked up the Jim Kern, the hockey game? I wonder if you've ever. Did you even give that a try? If you bought that hockey game we were talking about, I'm very interested in that. That was weird. And last year, set for the first time, the option of buying a 35-man roster for every player card. Now, was that for payoff pitch? Was that payoff pitch we're talking about? And Midlife says, Manning was traded by Cleveland midseason to the Brewers for Gorman Thomas. Really? Really? Yikes. I did not know that. And we got a Jack Murphy Stadium here. Nice. I didn't know that payoff pitch option had the option of doing that, so you didn't have to get everybody. I won everybody. That's me, Mike Flanagan. And he says, yes, payoff pitch. I didn't know that he did that. I like everybody. I mean, I don't know how much you're going to save, but I like having everybody. John Tudor, I think he actually plays hockey at my rink, or he used to. He was a local guy. Lynn Jones, Jerry Uter. Vida Blue went to Kansas City. I do not remember Vida Blue, but I'll have to make a mental note that Vida Blue's in Kansas City. So my piles are getting messy again. Let me just come out just a smidge. There we go. Hopefully you can still see it. Don Money in Milwaukee. Love Don Money. He got a big hit the other day for me. Don Sutton with Milwaukee too. Interesting. Steve Kemp with New York. Tony Phillips over here. Todd Cruz. Gaylord, that's when I got to play. 44-year-old Gaylord Perry, 16 games. I'm going to be playing some Gaylord Perry. I know that. In fact, he pitched opening day. So I think when I do opening day, I might do every team on opening day just to kind of start the replay off on a high note. And then I'll start selecting games. But Gaylord Perry is one of the guys I want to have on the table. I do. All right, so now we get back to the National League here. Okay, that's all. So now we have Rich Dower. He was playing the other day on my channel. Yeah, because I got the where is it over here? So I'm playing my my APA here. So I got Baltimore 79, and I'm playing California. They had game 1. That was the man, what a game that was. Marabella with Baltimore. That was the game that the pinch hitter come in. Crowley come in and hit the 3-1 home run. 3-1 home run, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs to get us to overtime. Tommy John, 40 years old. He's in California, 34 games. Well, he's going to be another one that's going to make it on the channel. That's for sure. Lazinski with Chicago. And DeLone. And Eichelberger. Lance Parrish. I remember Parrish. Oh, there he is. Here's one. You guys know this guy, 30-year-old? 1983. I wonder if that was the prime of his career. George Brett. There he is. Don Hood. Wasn't he a Cleveland pitcher, I think? Romero. A lot of these guys I remember, not for nothing, but a lot of these guys I remember from their baseball cards, because I used to collect baseball cards, and I remember seeing like faces on the card with the team, the shirt or the hat or something. Not so much remembering them on the field as it was remembering their baseball cards. So I thought I'd throw that out there at you. And Cleveland baseball fan comes by. Perry won his 300th game in 82. Fantastic. And Lance Parrish took forever to hit a home run in 83 for you. Well, I will keep that in mind. Josh is new to the hobby. Payoff is through AFG. No. Yeah, I did hear that. The strike in Canada is kind of screwing up all you guys' Black Fridays. I did hear that. I'm sorry about that. No, payoff pitch is sideline strategy. Joe Bryant. So look up search sideline strategy payoff pitch, and you'll go right to the page. As the Burgermeister. The Burgermeister. Moses, Ed Vandenberg, Darwin, Johnson, and Morgan. And now we got some National League going on here. National. Okay. All right. So this is the last stack here of the 4. Don Hood was Indian. That's pretty cool. All right. So now we got more national. Oh, I see a card here. So I want to get that out. Right, so we got some combined totals. Let's get that out of the way. And now we have, I love showing these off. These are my favorite things. Oakland A's. Right there. So we'll put that in the American League pile. So now we're back to Kenny Singleton with Baltimore. Lee Graham with Boston. Al Nipper. Well, Lee Graham, boy, that's a tough card right there. Not a lot going. You can get a single by rolling a 1. And what's that 0 there? So that means, yeah, 0's a nothing unless you ignore it. But I think, yeah, I don't think you can roll a 0, can you? Oh, no, you actually can't. I think that is in payoff pitch. Okay, now I'm drawing a blank because the outs go to 99. And I thought 100 was a 100 is 0-0 is I think that's a rare play. So I don't think this guy can get a hit except he can get a walk and he can get a single against the righty or something like that. I think that's how that works. Oh, Al Nipper, 24 years old. Ellis Valentine, California. Gray. Jerry Koosman. Wasn't he like a Met or something like that, or a Dodger? 40 years old, Jerry Koosman. Vukovich, Cleveland. And then we got some Detroit guys here. Willie Wilson, like the fastest guy I think ever in the world. He's only a run 5 here, but I think Willie Wilson was like the fastest guy ever. Milwaukee. Bob McClure. Rick Cerrone, he was playing on Jucket's channel the other day as a Red Sox. I don't remember Cerrone as a Red Sox. Bill Remstein for Texas. George Bell, Toronto, and Don Cooper, Toronto. Well, Biff will come back when we do the National League. And this is all national. We got some combined totals here. Hang on here. So we got some combined totals we need to put in the combined totals rack. Right? Okay. We have Al Jones with Chicago. Cliff Pasternicki with KC. Rusty McNeely. Donnie Scott. And then we got some more National League here. And we have Stadium alert. We have Three Rivers with a blank card here. So Three Rivers will go over here. And let's see. So we need to continue on over here. So we have Baltimore and Cleveland, Minnesota, Oakland. And now we got some National League guys here. Let's see. Ooh, another ballpark alert. Comiskey Park, 1983, Chicago. Yeah, so it only goes to 99. So I'm trying to remember in the payoff pitch what the 0-0 is. So I don't know if that guy could get a hit or not. I think it starts at 1, and then it goes to 0-0. And 0-0, I think, is your rare play. So I think when it says 0, yeah, okay. So a lot of these guys start at 0. I wonder why they put the 0 here. So you see this guy here? I wonder why he puts the 0 here. I don't know. I figure we'd just leave that blank. Or do you always have to have something? No, I guess you always have to have something in that top row. Okay. Again, I'm kind of second guessing myself. I don't know why, but I'm second guessing myself. I get a little bit of glare over here. Not much I can do about that. And Koosman was a Met on the 69 team. Oh, really? 69? Holy cow! That's a long time ago. Eddie Murray, take me home tonight. Doug Bird, Bobby Gritch. Always love Bobby Gritch. The Floydster, Floyd Bannister. Rick Manning again. Ran into him a couple of times. And Doug Bear. I don't got a lot of Tigers. Hopefully I get some more Tigers somewhere. Either that or I put them in the wrong pile. Mike Caldwell, Mickey Hatcher, Frank Viola, 23 years old. Butch Weiniger, Ricky Henderson. He's only a run 4. Oh, that's Oakland. Let me put him over here. 24 years old, run 4, Steel 7A. Rick Langford with Oakland. Renicky, is that Ron Renicky? Is that how you say that? Ron Renicky with Seattle. Bobby Johnson. John Matlack. Is that like Matlack for hire or something like that? Pile's getting messy again. They start to tip over when they get too high. Willie Upshaw with Texas. And now we get some Nationals here. All right, then we hit the combined totals again for a couple of guys. And then we come back to California. Oh, thanks to me. All right, let me read that. Let me just finish these guys here. So Bob Molinaro, Otis Nixon, Dave Elder with Seattle, and then we get some National League here. Oh, another card here. Hang on, folks. We have a Wrigley Field card here. Nice job with Wrigley Field. Like they got that little cubby colors right there. I kind of like that. And so thanks to me. When a guy hits a single, he likes to mingle. Yeah, doesn't he? He probably does like to mingle. All right, so hopefully that's all that. So now I only got a couple stacks left, and we're through the American League. And Willie Upshaw is to be with Toronto. Okay, we'll check that out. Oh, Triple G, thanks for coming by here. I'm just kind of having some fun here tonight, hanging out. I need to pick up the pace because I got to work in the morning. So here's some National League, and we get some combined totals. And again, the combined total cards, some people like to use them. I don't. Some reason I just don't. All right, so we got Tim Hullett, we got Buddy Biancalana, Dave LaRoche. Carl Best with Seattle. And then we get some more National League here. Stadium card alert, Dodger Stadium. There we go. Well, look at the left-handed banners. 1-79 is the wheelhouse. And righties are 1-47. I wonder why that is. Do they get a short porch? Is that what it is? A short porch? Oh, who did I put in the wrong pile? I go through them all anyway. So I will, I go, before I put them on the elastic, I will go through them all anyway. So if I messed up, there's another one, Exhibition Stadium. So I will find that. I'll screw it up. Ron, I say Al Bumbry. Dennis Martinez, nice. Jeff Newman and Beniquez. Goltz. Rudy Law. Then we got Chris Bando and Brennan. And Leach and Wilcox. A couple guys here. Ben Ogilvy. Milwaukee. Vukovic. Ron Davis. Larry Milbourne. Shane Raleigh. Baker. Henderson. I've heard of this guy, Bob Started, before. I don't know why, but I have. And then Griffin. And this guy here. And we got some more National League. And we got some combined totals here. I need to get the combined totals out of the way. So we have, all right, just a couple of guys here. All right, we're almost down here. We got only a couple of small piles left. All right, so this is some National League. National. All the way down to St. Louis. And then we got some more combined cards. We got Rusty Kuntz with a combined card. So there's 3 combined cards off to the side. And now we go back to Cleveland here with Coomer. And then we have Dion James, Oakland, Toronto, and back to the National League. And stadium card, Busch Stadium. There we go. Let's get rid of that blank one. Benny Ayala back in Baltimore. It's Tippy. He's Tippy. Oh, it is Rick Miller in Boston. Love to see Rick Miller in Boston. Ken Forsch. Wasn't he like a Tiger? I want to say he was a Tiger. Rusty Kuntz in Chicago. Tidrow in Chicago. Bly Levin. Cringe something or other. Pat Underwood. KC. Bill Castro. Wasn't he a Milwaukee pitcher? Charlie Moore. Speaking of Milwaukee. Castillo. Don Mattingly. 22. Hope you like that one there. Dale Murray as well. Oakland. Dave Henderson. 24 years old. For Seattle. Stanton in Seattle. Texas gets right. Garcia and Leal. And now we have some National League here. All the way to St. Louis. Yep. Okay. That is good. My pile's getting real messy now. All right, so now we're back to Cleveland with Perconti. Oh, that's Milwaukee here. Oakland, Wayne Glaros. Now we got a few more Nationals here. And there's good old Fenway. There it is. Fenway Park. And what do I have? Oh, I got my Houston hat on. So we haven't got to the National League. This is my new Houston hat. I got a new Houston hat. They had a big sale on the visors. And I went and I got my visor. All right, back to Baltimore with Hernandez and started. There he is. Yes. Oh, was he really 43? Oh, man. That's too bad. That's a bummer. I missed the best years of Yaz. Brian Downing with California. Greg Walker. Toby Harrah. I always liked the Toby Harrah, too. Larry Sorensen. Remember him? Glenn Abbott. Amos Otis. And Dan Quisenberry. Robin Yount. There it is. 27 years old. Robin Yount. Oh, look at all the singles on that card. All the way up to 75 in a wheelhouse on a righty pitcher. That's awesome. You know he's going to be on the channel. Jay Pettibone. Roy Smalley. Where was Smalley before? He was with like an Angel or something like that, right? And Pat Putnam. Bucky Dent with Texas. I do not remember Bucky Dent with Texas. Sorry. I don't really remember Bucky Dent in Texas, but he's there with Al. Jorge Orta. Now we get some more National League here. Okay, there's more National here. Now, what is this? Is this all National too? No, we got some combined totals here. All right, so we need to get the combined totals out of the way. And we have a few more American Leagues here. Yeah, you like that? 83? Yep, I'm going to be playing this quite a bit once I wrap up my other stuff. So we have Seattle, and then we got some National League here. I got some things to take care of, so I got to wrap up my 79 season. I'm in the playoffs, so I want to wrap up that. And right now I'm using APA to do the what is it? I'm using APA for the American League. So Baltimore and oh my gosh, I forget. Baltimore and California. 79. I'm playing with APA. All right, so now we're back to the Minnesota ballpark, the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. Len Sakata, Dewey Evans. All right, finally Dewey Evans. Somebody I can relate to. And then we get Pettis. Oh, here's one here. Oh, this kills me. This kills me. I hated it when he went to Chicago. He was still so good. So we'll be seeing him this year. Hoffman. Andre Thornton. He was a DH, I think he was, right? Kirk Gibson, there he was when he was 26. 26. And then Jack Morris for Detroit. John Waltham, Kansas City. And Moose Haas. I remember Moose Haas. I remember all these guys. I keep saying that, but it is still kind of fun to say. Don Baylor was 34. We have the Goose. Was that the Goose? Rick's the Goose. Meyer. Allen Caldwell. Mickey Rivers with Texas. I don't remember Mickey Rivers with Texas, but he was. And Jim Clancy now. So now we have some National League. All right, where are we here? All right, now we're back to the combined totals. All righty, so Rodriguez with Chicago. Kansas City. Geez, we're almost done. I need more Detroit here. I'm getting shorted on Detroit. Either that or I put Detroit in the wrong pile. Texas, and then we have some National League. Another card. We have a Shea Stadium. Okay. We got a Shea Stadium. Very nice. And Smallers with the Twins and the Yankees. Interesting. All right. Almost done here. I keep saying that, but I really am. This combined totals, combined totals, combined totals. Okay. And now we got some Cleveland going on here. So we have Pagel, Milwaukee, Ed Farmer with Oakland. And we're back to the National League here. We got a few. What do we got now? So we got more St. Louis. And now we got Memorial Stadium. So Baltimore, you're going to be seeing that. We know we're going to be seeing that. We have Gulliver's Travels here. But that felt like it was 2 cards. And then we have Sammy, speak to me, Sammy. Chico Walker with Boston. Don't remember Chico Walker. Doug DeCinces, as we remember. Stegman, Hargrove, Jerry Reed, Johnny. Screw that one up. Johnny Walkenfuss for Detroit. Hal McRae. He was Hal the Hammer. Gaylord Perry. So he's 40. So he played. He went to Kansas City in July. July. So we'll have to get him in Seattle before he goes over here. Ned Yost. We have Engel from Ramstein. Wayne Gross again. Jeff Jones. We have Phelps for Seattle. We have Texas. Rance Mullikins over here. And we got some Nationals. Okay, now we got combined totals again. We'll get those out of here. All righty, Mike O'Berry. I was just playing him. He's the only guy I didn't have a picture for when I was doing my my thing on Digital Diamond. For some reason I couldn't get his picture to come up. It took me forever to get it going. Ooh, County Stadium. That's a good one too. County Stadium. And now this is my last pile, and then I can start counting out here. So Gary Renicky, Wade Boggs, 25-year-old Wade Boggs. Dennis Eckersley, nice. Have an Eck. Freddie Lynn, this kills. Freddie Lynn in California, that hurts. That hurts. Was that Dubinsky? Storman Gorman. You guys said he was traded. Yeah, there it was. June 7th. He went to Cleveland. Was that the guy that played like on a ton of teams? Somebody said that there was somebody that played like on 3 or 4 teams one year. He's kept getting traded. UL Washington is another guy to have trouble getting his picture to come up because I don't know how to lay it out. Cecil Cooper with Milwaukee. That's a bummer. Bob Gibson, 26 years old. Balboni and Frazier. Davey Lopes, 38 years old. Oh, no, Davey Lopes went to Oakland, huh? Not sure. Jim Beattie, there's a pitcher. Richard. Frank Tanana was with Texas. No way. Frank Tanana's in Texas. I don't know. We'll be getting him on the channel. Doyle Alexander over here with Toronto. We got our National League teams going on over here now. And that's it. All right, so that should be it here for the... Oh, yeah, here's the Gaylord Perry combined totals card. Yeah, so the guy said he was traded from Seattle to somebody like that, right? All right, so here's our last bit here. So for the American League. And that should be our last card here. So that's the Stade Olympic. Is that what they call the stadium? The Stade? So that is that. All right, so let's I'm going to go through to make sure now that I don't have anybody that's on the wrong team. So this is Toronto. Because you got one shot at doing this. Because if you got somebody on the wrong team and you can't find them, you got to go through everybody. And the great thing about this game is when they card everybody, he's on that team. I know when I play APA or things like that, sometimes Toronto. Sometimes you have to go through all the other teams to find the one guy you were missing. And I've done that a handful of times. All right, now I don't know which elastic I'm going to use here. Is this one going to work here, you think? Yeah, that works. Again, nice loose elastic is all I do. And for Toronto, well, where's my stadium card for Toronto? Did I have that? Did I have the Toronto one? Okay, I haven't found Toronto yet. Either that or I put it in the National League. No, so I don't have the Toronto ballpark yet. So I bet you it's still in with the National League, kind of looped around. So I need to keep this handy so I can get at it. So I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I always do that. There's always one card that I skip over. Alrighty, so was assuming you're going to do the World Series matchup for 1983. So many good plays for that year. Well, what I'm going to do is put Willie Upshur on Texas. Okay, when I go through that, I'll catch that here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to play it out because I have Baltimore, California right now. When it goes to the World Series, then I get Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and I'll probably, I don't know what game I'm going to use for that, but I'll use just one particular engine, and that'll be that. And so whoever gets there gets there. So this is Texas. So let's see if I made any mistakes in here. These are all Texas guys. Oh, there he is. Thank you. So I caught that guy there, and that's why I go through this, and that's why sometimes why I do this lives. You guys will catch something while I'm talking. Texas, 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 and Texas. Okay. Now, did I have Texas over here? I don't know if I saw Texas either. I don't know if I saw Texas. So, oh yeah, I do. Arlington Stadium right here. Okay, so that's Arlington Stadium. So we're gonna go Texas and Texas, and here we go. Let me get some elastics here. We'll wrap this up. All right. So now we have once we get one of those teams put away properly. So I'm still waiting to find the Toronto one. And Exhibition Stadium. Yeah, I haven't come across that yet. Hopefully I'll find that, Frank. And Josh says, born 85 up in Canada. Always hockey was on TV. Blue Jays were on a bit of a satellite channel up there in Canada. Well, at least you had some there. At least you had some baseball. All right, let's go to Seattle now. Spike Owens leads us off. Again, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play all the opening day games to kick off the project, and then I'll start picking out what games I want to do. I think what I might do is I might map it out a little bit and see what pitchers might have just played one or two games and make sure that I highlight those. So I think that's what I might do. So this is supposed to be my fun product. It's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. Just a little bit out of my wheelhouse. Because again, 81, 82 is when I think the strike is really what tore me away. And I just never really rebounded from that. There it is, the Kingdome. I like the colors here. So Seattle in the Kingdome. And we got that. And they just kind of stack right next to each other, kind of nicely. These cards are really fun. Really nice cards, by the way. Alrighty, so let's see what else we have here. So we have Oakland, 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 Oakland. More Oakland here. Carney Lansford. You get to go through it a second time and see everyone. I know some people hate this. I don't mind it. I mean, sometimes when you order from Payoff Pitch, you're like, oh, I got to go through all this. Like I'll have to do this all with 69 too. And it's Oakland. Okay. With Appa, they're all in order. It's kind of nice. Strat, you got to rip them. Not to pain in the neck. Oh, look at that. Oakland's right on the top. So there we go. There we go. Oakland. And we shall put some elastics right on Oakland, and we are done with Oakland. Okay. All right, so let's we'll go to Milwaukee because we have Milwaukee right on top here. So we'll go Milwaukee and make sure that everybody here is Milwaukee. Let's get rid of my blank cards. Bob Gibson will lead us off. Cecil Cooper. So Milwaukee. Rick Manning. Milwaukee. Randy Reddy, Paul Molitor, and Ted Simmons, and Gorman Thomas will finish us off for Milwaukee. Okay. These cards are so fun to play with. They really are. All righty, so there's Milwaukee in 83. And Baltimore's right here in the top, so we'll go up here. We'll shake down the Oriolios and see how they look. All righty, Renicky Stewart will lead us off. Gulliver, Cicada. Be nice if somebody had a hockey card set with colors on them. I know Hockey Bones does a nice job at drive-through cards, but they're black and white. No one really has colored. A Shootout does, but they're not individual cards. And that's that. So there's Baltimore. All right. There's Baltimore, and we'll put them away. And what is their range here? So yeah, 1 to 62 for the right-handed batters are a little bit better in Baltimore. Okay, so there is that. So that's Shea Stadium. That's in the wrong area. So we'll put that over here. We have Kansas City, so we can go Kansas City here, right? And we'll take a look and see what Kansas City looks like. UL Washington, Gaylord Perry. That's going to be another one. I don't know why I like that. I like those older pitchers. Like I bought 75 Appa football so I could play Len Dawson and a few other guys. George Brett, Vita Blue. I forgot Vita Blue was over here. I did that a chat the other night about learning, and sometimes you learn, like, it's fun to learn about this stuff. Like, oh, I didn't realize that, these guys played on these teams. It's just kind of fun. All right, so I think that was everybody. Kansas City. All right. Oh, see that Geronimo. Really? Never knew that. Oh, we're going to have to play him. Oh, he had 86 at bats against the right. So he did play. So he's probably like a pinch hitter. He was 35. Outfielder. I can't believe that. He came over from the Reds and went to Kansas City, right? Went to Kansas City Stadium. I didn't know that. Again, this is the fun part of learning. It really is. Okay, so what else do we have now here? Who's up next? Minnesota. Minnesota's on the top, so we'll go Minnesota. And let's see if everybody's here's on Minnesota. Pettibone. Sounds like Petticoat Junction. Kent Herbeck's in here. Gives me one last chance. Rusty Kuntz. Minnesota. I probably won't play much Minnesota. I mean, I'll play them for sure at some point, but I wasn't a big Minnesota Twins fan. Just me. Just me. Sorry if you're from Minnesota, but all right. And we have the Minnesota Twins, 83. And we're putting that over here. And now we'll do Boston. We have Fenway Park out, so we'll do Boston. As Bob comes by, yep, nothing like breaking down a brick. They call them the bricks, right? That's kind of funny. Somebody else called that a brick too, and I guess that's what we'll go with. My first unboxing, I did it upstairs, and I slammed them on the table, and I was like, boom! It's like this thing is huge. So we get Yaz Miller, Doug Bird, Al Nipper. Again, here's the guy here, Lee Graham. 6 at-bats, but he's in the game. It's in the game. Oil Can Boyd, Jim Rice, 30 years old. Mark Clear with Boston, huh? Stanley was with Boston like for 100 years. And that is that. So, there is Boston. Alrighty, and that's that. Alrighty, I'm going to probably jump off here in a minute or two. I'm just going to wrap up the American League, and I'll do the National off to the side there. I saw Al jumped on. Oh, here's Toronto. Good. I do have Toronto. There it is. So Al jumped on playing some APA, so I want to see Al play some APA. He hasn't played APA baseball in a while. So let me just wrap up these last few teams, the American League. I want to thank everybody for tuning in as we went through, at least through the American League. And the Royals didn't have a single pitcher with even 70 strikeouts. All right, so here's Chicago. And like I said, I just got to rip through these last 4 teams, and I'll sort out the National offline while I watch Al play. Because again, I've been doing this for an hour. I thought I'd be done, but I got too busy chatting. And here we go. Chicago. Vance Law. Tom Paciorek and Mike Squires. Okay, so here's Chicago. Alrighty, so what else is left here? A couple more teams here in the American League. So we have Cleveland. Well, I don't have a lot of Tigers here. I'm hoping I have everybody. Last time I did this, I ended up, I said, boy, I'm light on one team. And I found a whole bunch stuck in with the National League. So I was like, okay, that's pretty good. At least I found, oh, there's a Detroit right there. Ah, okay, there's one. Good thing I caught that because I am getting tired here. You look at these cards for so long and they all blend in, but you're trying to focus right here on Cleveland, you know. Cleveland. All right, Cleveland. Hello, Cleveland. Seeing Cleveland in my sleep. And that is that. So Cleveland is done. The American League is almost done. Back to our last 3 teams, and there is Cleveland Stadium. So I hope you enjoyed that. And what do we got now? The dreaded Yankees. Usually the Yankees have a ton of cards because they grab everybody. Say New York A. Alrighty, so we have A. Oh, there was one that stuck there. No, that's Smalley. He's good. Otis Nixon. Jay Howell. Cerrone. Don't call me Shirley. Guidry, Campaneris, Mercer, Winfield, Righetti, and Rudy May. And that is the Yankees. Willie Randolph. Okay. So that is that. 2 more teams, and we can wrap this up. Yeah, I might need to get something to eat again. I'm starving. California. Here we go. Freddie Lynn. Doug the Sensei's in California. That's interesting. Almost done here. Dun, dun, dun. And that is that. So that's all California. And now we're down just to the Tigers for the American League. And we will wrap this up. And I appreciate everybody coming by as we have the Angels here. Hopefully you were entertained here on this Friday night. Unboxing some 1983. Can't wait to get it on my table, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. I'm gonna make a promise to myself. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to start this until I get at least 79 done. And I'd like to go back to my 76 Strat project. That's going to be a long one, though, because I got a lot of games to play. So I can't do this until I at least get 79 project done. And it's just playoffs. And they should play pretty quick. Except if I go into extra innings like I did before. And that is that. Alrighty. We'll put Johnny Grubb on the top. Put my cards over here. And that is that. And now I'm going to go watch Al play some APA. And so I got my payoff pitch done. So there it is. Well, so I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. As I just did a little unboxing tonight. It's always fun to go back and reminisce when you go through the cards. And hopefully you had some fun here. But anyway, I'm Dave. And I'm going to go get ready. I get work in the morning and then work tomorrow night. So I'm not sure when I'll see you, maybe Sunday. So we'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.